All right, welcome back, everybody. So the next step in this process for the masterclass of how to start and run your bulletproof handyman business, or any home service business for that matter, the next step is going to be getting an EIN. So I'm going to share my screen with you in just a minute, and I'm going to actually take you step by step through that process. Now, before we do that, I want to let you know what your EIN is. And that is, it's like a social security number, but for your business. So the federal government uses your social security number to identify you for tax purposes. And similarly, they're going to use your EIN as a social security number of sorts to identify your business. And you're going to be using this EIN throughout the process of starting and running your business to identify your business. Now, I do want to point out, getting an EIN does not obligate you to be filing tax returns right away with this number. Until you actually start a legal business with this EIN, nobody's expecting any tax returns. So you can just go get the number right now. You can use it to open your business checking account and stuff, so you can funnel the money through the correct routes to get to where it needs to go, so that your business is a self-contained unit, especially if you're going to be an LLC. We'll talk more about being an LLC later. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to irs.gov. It's going to be a really quick 5-minute painless process, and we're going to get our EIN for our business. And then probably the next episode is going to be me showing you how to use that EIN to go get your business checking account. And then all of the steps you take after that, you're going to be routing all of the money that you do spend building this business and making it a legal entity. You're going to route that all through that checking account. So without further ado, don't want to waste your time or mine. Let's dive into how to actually get this started. So here we are on the IRS's homepage. This is just irs.gov. That's simple. Right on the homepage. This is such a common thing. Here's the link for getting an EIN. Go ahead and click that link. And then we're just going to scroll down right here to this apply for an EIN button. Now you'll notice right above it says what you'll need. You'll need to know your business entity type, and you'll need to know the social security number of the responsible party, which is probably you. You're the one starting the business. You're the responsible party. So you'll need your social security number, and you'll need to know your business entity type. That means if you're going to be basically a sole proprietor or an LLC. And like I said, I'm going to cover more on that later. So let's apply for an EIN and come down here to begin application. And you're going to do this all in one sitting. And when you're done, you're going to have your EIN today. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to start this off as a sole proprietor. And the format of this masterclass is going to be that I'm going to show you how to build your business initially as a sole proprietor. And then I'm going to show you how to convert that over to an LLC later. This is because most of y'all are going to start as a sole proprietor and then convert to an LLC later. However, I do have to say, I actually recommend starting as an LLC. I think that's the safest way to go, but I know that's not what most of y'all are going to do. So I'm going to do this as a sole proprietor. And then further on in this masterclass, you're going to see the videos that I do to show you how to convert from a sole proprietor into an LLC. So we've clicked sole proprietor. Let's come click continue. And for our purposes here, we're just going to click sole proprietor. This down here is for when you're hiring nannies and aides and private nurses and stuff. So continue. All right, so a sole proprietorship is a business owned by one individual. If you're going to have a partner in this, you're going to have to do an LLC. A sole proprietor can be a self-employed individual or an independent contractor. That's just you. All businesses' income and expenses are reported on the individual's federal income tax return. In other words, you're not going to have a separate business income tax return if you're a sole proprietor. When you move into an LLC or other corporate structures, then you're going to have a business income tax return separately each year. And a sole proprietor may or may not have employees. What it is not incorporated or registered with the state as an LLC. All right, and continue. Why is the sole proprietor requesting an EIN? Choose one reason. Started a new business, hired employees, banking purposes, change type of organization, or purchased active business. We're going to start a new business for most of you. Continue. Please tell us about the sole proprietor. So this is where you're going to enter in all your personal information. Of course, I'm going to be censoring most of this out as I put my personal information in. We're starting this, by the way, for my wife and for her new business, which is going to be a tattoo business. And that's actually why I'm doing a real EIN here right now. So I'm going to enter in all of her information. You enter in all of yours. Once you get that information in, let's click continue. Next, going to continue on with more of this personal information. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and verify the one that's already in their database. And on step 4, this is where you're finally going to put your actual business name in here. So I'm going to put my wife's business name in here, which is 𝗓𝗏 Studios. You go ahead and put your business name in here. And go ahead and select your start month and year as just being right now, basically. So for me, that would be May of 2025. Continue. And answer some questions here on this page. Does your business own a highway motor vehicle with a taxable gross weight? Nope, business does not own a vehicle. Does your business involve gambling or wagering? No. Does your business need to file Form 720 quarterly federal excise tax return? No. Does your business sell or manufacture alcohol, tobacco, or firearms? No. Do you have or do you expect to have any employees? No. Continue. Answer some more questions here. What does your business or organization do? Now, for you guys, you're going to click construction here because you're starting a handyman or other home services trades business. However, for me, since I'm doing this for my wife, we're going to go down and click other because she's doing a tattoo shop. But like I said, you'll click construction up here. Continue. Now, I have just this step for me because I've chosen others. So let me get this figured out real quick. Yeah, so I'm just going to click service basically and continue. You have chosen other service. What is the primary service you provide? Tattoo services. Continue. And now I'm back to where you should also be, which is how would you like to receive your EIN confirmation letter? You can receive it online or by mail. Well, if we don't want this to take forever, let's go ahead and click online and continue. So review all your information first. And assuming everything is correct, go ahead and click submit. And congratulations, your EIN has been successfully assigned. So there's the EIN number. I'm, of course, going to have this censored out, but there right at the top should be your EIN number and your legal name. And then there's a button for you to click on to actually open up and print your EIN confirmation letter. So let's do that real quick. And now let's click continue. And additional information about your EIN, you can use this right away for opening a bank account, applying for business licenses, and filing a tax return by mail. And let's click continue one more time. Thank you for using the online EIN assistant. So there we go, guys. We have gotten our EIN officially now. We got it all printed up and everything from the printer over here. My wife now officially has an EIN. So the next thing I'm going to do for forming her business, and the next thing you should be doing to form your business, is taking this EIN and going and getting a business checking account. You want to run everything for your business through your business checking account. Don't mingle it with your personal finances. It's not professional, and it is going to affect you, especially if you're an LLC. But either way, just get a business checking, fund your business checking with whatever funds you're using to open your business, and run everything through there so you don't get your accounts all mingled up. So I'm going to go ahead and log off for now, but we got our EIN done, and I'll see you on the next video for getting the business checking account.